Now, Israel has launched some new airstrikes on the Gaza Strip, killing at least 5 more Palestinians, including a 1-year-old girl child in Khan Yunis. The total death toll from the Israeli bombings on the Palestinians in the last 12-hour period has now risen to over 33. Now, these attacks have raised concerns, with the ceasefire mediator Qatar warning that these renewed bombings by the Israelis are threatening to undermine the fragile, weeks-long truce between Israel and Hamas. Now, post the ceasefire, at least about 300 of the Palestinians have been killed in the Gaza Strip in Israeli bombings. The Israeli Defense Force has released some footage allegedly recovered from the camera of a Hamas operative, showing armed members of the group operating in an abandoned elementary school in northern Gaza. And according to the IDF, the shaft leads to a Hamas tunnel, and that is part of a wider underground network in Beit Hanun. In another development, an Israeli hostage who was released last month after more than 2 years in captivity has claimed that he was sexually assaulted while he was held hostage. Now, this is the first such allegation that's been made by an Israeli hostage against Hamas. The families of the Israeli hostages, both freed and deceased, have set up a wall of questions for the 7th of October inquiry. They're seeking transparency about the events surrounding the Hamas attack, and the initiative comes amidst public outrage over the treatment of the hostages in Gaza. Now, over 60 delegations had gathered in Brussels on Thursday to tackle Gaza's reconstruction, security and governance challenges. At the forum, the EU urged the Palestinian Authority to scrap its Martyrs Fund and to overhaul its textbooks. The EU further sought more international support to stabilize Palestine's finances, while also acknowledging the Palestinian Authority's progress on reforms amidst what it describes as exceptional circumstances. Furthermore, the Israeli anti-settler organization Peace Now has denounced the creation of a new settlement in the south of the occupied West Bank. Now, the organization has said that the new outpost is intended to choke the Palestinian town of Beit Sahur and also to block its development. In addition to this, the U.S. ambassador to Israel, Mike Huckabee, has described the recent Israeli attacks on the Palestinians in the West Bank as a clear case of terrorism after a Palestinian Christian town was attacked by these illegal Israeli settlers. He said that these attackers are mostly angry and disaffected youth, and he's criticized them as thugs. 47 Palestine Action supporters were arrested in London for holding a protest in support of the banned pro-Palestinian group. They were agitating outside the Justice Ministry in Britain, holding up banners that read, "I oppose genocide." In another development, the United Nations has called the Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu's recent visit to Syria's buffer zone to be concerning and has urged for respect for the 1974 disengagement agreement. Meanwhile, funerals were also held for about 11 Palestinians killed in an Israeli bombing on a refugee camp in southern Lebanon's Sidon. The Israeli military has claimed that the strike targeted Hamas members who were preparing for an attack. However, according to the local reports, the strike targeted a center inside of the crowded camp, leading to the killing of about 11 people, including 4 others who were seriously injured.
شهداء اصلا نحن الفقراء ومن الاغنياء، هن شهداء نيابهم لازم